What up, kids? It is Wednesday night. Thanks as always for joining us. We are back again with another episode of the Metal Summit. As always, we're your island of misfit toys, and we are back with the core four. We got everybody back healthy and happy. We've got Bobby Dreyer, we've got Psycho Steve, and we've got Angel Cuomo, and I am Jay. We will be joined by JD very shortly. We are getting everything taken care of, making sure that he's doing good on his end. So we just thought we'd get rolling, stay on schedule, and discuss a little bit of topics. So we never really like to start things particularly off on a down note, but due to the nature of the passing and the, just extent of his influence, we really got to jump right into talking about Charlie and the recent loss of Charlie Watts. Steve, Bobby, why don't you guys take it away? Steve, why don't you jump in here first, since it's been a while since we've had you?
Well, thank you. Hi, everybody. The first time I experienced a Rolling Stone concert was, I think it was like 89. It was for the Steel Wheels tour at Giant Stadium with, believe it or not, a really awesome opener. It was Living Color.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was freaking incredible. It was their peak when Cult of Personality came out. And I believe, if I'm correct on this, I think Mick Jagger produced their album. That album or something. There was something to do with...
There was a connection with he and Corey.
Yeah.
So the show was just incredible. I also, Ron Wood at UConn was actually one of my professors for a semester, because he does a show on the BBC network in Europe, in England, and we talked for hours after our class. I was supposed to be in another class, but I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking miss a class for talking to a guy that's in the Rolling Stones. Shit, why not? But the Rolling Stones just, I know they're gonna move on. It's what I loved about Charlie, he just played with, and I'm not a drummer. I have no musical talent whatsoever. It's just the way he played. He just played so he was just in the groove and in the pocket. And I don't know how to describe it. He had this some cool little flair with him. And then the way he was playing, because people usually play like that, but he was playing more I don't know how, because I'm not a drummer, but he was holding his hand with the drumstick like this, like a chopstick kind of thing.
Like a pencil.
He was a jazz drummer.
Yeah, he's a jazz drummer.
All right.
Often referred to as the gentleman's drummer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the style was called, but it was pretty rad just watching him, and he was keeping time. And I just learned something pretty interesting from his demise, unfortunately. But he was with the same woman and married for 54 years.
Yeah.
Which is a freaking awesome feat, because, he probably got more ass than a toilet seat thrown at him, being the drummer to the Rolling Stones because they were together for how many years? 50 plus years?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, the Stones, because it was always what side of the line are you? Are you the Beatles or are you the Stones? So those guys had been duking it out pretty much since day one.
That's crazy you say that, because the thing is, I love the Beatles and I also love the Stones. There's certain songs that I like more on both sides. I can't say I have a definitive loyalty more towards one than the other. I love them both just differently, because they were so different too musically. I will definitely miss seeing him play. I did watch a couple of YouTube videos of him. I just didn't know what it was called. So it's called jazz style that he was playing, that hand.
Well, he was a big band. He was jazz. It's a match. I studied drumming, so Charlie was more a traditional drummer. He went on that end.
Yeah, guys like Charlie, Keith Moon from The Who, Slim Jim Phantom with the Stray Cats, they all kind of played that pencil style with holding the.
That's what it's called. I just never knew what it was called. But he will definitely be missed, and to his family and his friends, our deepest condolences, and hope his memory will outlive the music.
Absolutely, man.
No, I'm sure they're going to hopefully on the Grammys and all the other award ceremonies. Hopefully they will
won't dick him like they did Ed.
Yeah,
exactly. They better not.
That's gonna be a crazy thing. It's one thing to fuck over hard rock and metal. Not that we have to like this, but we're kind of used to that shit by now. But you botch a member of the Rolling Stones in those upcoming like ceremonies, like all hell's gonna break loose on that. Because I like the Stones and I like the Beatles. Like, you know, unlike you, Steve, like I do have a definitive like answer. Like I am a Beatles guy personally. I have an attachment to the Sgt. Pepper album in particular, and there's just kind of an overall collection, you know, from when my mom was kind of getting me into music and stuff that had me more on the Beatles side than it came to the Stones. But I do absolutely love the Stones, and unfortunately never got to see Charlie play live. I actually would have seen him like a couple of years ago in DC when the Stones were playing, because a friend of mine called me up. She's like, hey, me and my girlfriend have tickets to go see the Stones in DC. She can't make it. Do you want the ticket? And I'm like, well, I want the ticket, but I'm aware of Rolling Stone shows. How much is this going to hurt me? She's like, well, it's not going to be cheap, but we can talk about it. I still never even knew what the number was on that ticket, because like the day before she called me, she's like, I don't really know what to do because my friend called me up and said she can go. And I was like, go with your friend. It's all good. It was your friend's ticket first. It's the right thing to do. So that was the way that kind of panned out. But I would have loved to have seen the Stones in their entirety, you know, with Charlie and stuff. So if I get to see the opportunity to see the Stones, I'll definitely go. It's going to be a little bit of a bummer with Charlie not being there. But I mean, he's going to live on like nobody's business with like all of that. I mean, the Simpsons already had Keith and Mick in one of their episodes, so maybe they'll find a way to slide in Charlie into one. But Bobby, let's kick it to you, bro. How about a little talk about Charlie?
So, well, my first Stone show was 81, September, in Philadelphia, JFK, with Journey and Thorogood opening up for the Tattoo You tour, which is, they're celebrating the 40th year. The cool thing about it right now is right before all this, when Charlie got sick, they brought in Steve Jordan to cover the drums. The difference between Charlie and Steve plays on what they call on top of the beat. Charlie always played behind to give Keith that thing, to give him this air. But the reason they brought Steve Jordan in is because he did all the expensive wino stuff with Keith. So, you know, it kind of works out right now, but it is going to be a little bit of a bittersweet pill. I mean, nobody knows the original reason. Everybody's speculating that it was COVID related. So right now I got about an hour and 20 minutes, so I can really say my piece. So you fuckers who didn't get your goddamn shot, get your fucking shot so we can get back to shit. Oh, sorry. Did I say that? But yeah, look, I've been to 30-something Stone shows since 81 to 2019, the last one at the Lincoln Financial Field with the Stones. And never, like Kiss, never seen a bad Stone show.
They played for 2.5 hours when I saw them too, which was incredible.
You know, it's kind of like nobody will be. You know, there's irreplaceable people. You know that there are certain things. There'll never be another Ringo. There'll never be another Charlie. Will the band go on? Yeah, but we all know we're getting older, and you know, look, you got to admit, Keith probably sits there and goes, "Really, Charlie died?" No, motherfucker, and I did all the drugs. No. But,
cockroaches and Keith Richards. It's going to outlive us all.
That's what's going to be the end. But yeah, I mean, I had the opportunity in 2008 to play with Bill Wyman at Abbey Road Studios with Earl Slick and Mark Hudson. I'm like going, motherfucker, wow, you know. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, we lost a lot of people. We lost a drummer to Slipknot. We lost just everything has been, you know, from Eddie's passing in October. Shit's happening fast.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, get your fucking shots. Let's go out and enjoy the music while we can.
Yeah, because the fact of the matter is, whether we like to admit it or not, it's just facts. It's only going to get worse. We're only going to keep losing people that we care about.
And stop being a dick. It's like, oh my God. I want to yell at people and go, wait, do you have smallpox? No. Duh. No.
No, I get it. My thing about that, and we'll keep this, fans, we'll keep this short. Like, my thing about it, when I made my decision to get it, was simple enough. It was personal and professional. My parents are elderly. I wanted them to be safe with me around. Just like when I'm around people in general, I wanted them to be safe with me being around. And then when it came to being professionally, just like you guys, I'm involved in music. My day job's at a bar. I work with the public. My night job is all music related, which involves traveling. It involves tours. It involves all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to set myself up for a gig that, gets me going all the way across the country or whatever, just to get kind of strong-armed at the door. Now, I've personally been vaccinated for many, many months, like long before this whole talk of new policies and what venues will or will not let you in. Back then when I decided to get it done, it hadn't even really been discussed yet. So it was just kind of one of those things where I was like, I'd rather set myself up for success, that I'll be able to continue living my life, going wherever it is I need to go to keep my profession going and not have to worry about getting stopped at the door. So that was
let's just do the analogy of this. It's kind of like speed bumps on your penis. Does a chick really want to see that? No, get your herpes shot.
Well, you're right in more ways than one, but I will say though, just in the big picture, because I do try to be objective about things, there's decisions to be made on both ends, because I always try to look at things like that way, and I think it's important with that, because you do have the people who are just super duper aggressive that are like, absolutely not, no way, it's not a thing, it's not going to be that thing. Meanwhile, the girl I'm talking to and dating right now, who I'm not going to say her name, she's going through a tough time right now because she's not vaccinated, but she simply wants more education on the matter. That's the one thing I've always supported with her. I've always got her back. I've always got her back on it. And
I would just walk her around a fucking cemetery and go, well, take a look.
I don't need to do that. That's a turn on for her, dude. She's into that kind of stuff. So
that's a date.
Work. That's a date, dude.
Being a goddamn zombie again.
She and I are on top of that. That's a date. But the fact of the matter is, I've told her this a million times. I've got her back on the matter. She is one of those people who's trying to get some more education on the matter. She wants things to just kind of, she just wants to learn. She just wants to be more educated to kind of cut back on her fear. She's not by any means a fuck that kind of person. And at the same time, the one thing I do think is going to help is with stuff like Pfizer, which actually happened to be the shot that I have, just got fully CDC approved, FDA approved. So, that's super duper cool. And I think that's going to help a lot of people get their
education. I'm going to throw
education.
this one really quick. Look, I'm the queen of the show. The 80s came around. Everybody thought it was the fag disease. And I was like, you know what? Then Eazy-E died. And fucking, I'm going, oh, really? Look, Eddie Murphy said it. He goes, look, you can put your pee-pee in there and boom, you blow up.
No,
I don't know what kind of, 18 months, I'm going, oh, it's not like fucking car shopping. Get the goddamn shot. I want to fucking get back to rock and roll.
No, absolutely, for sure. Now, on that topic, let's bring back our other beloved, Mr. Angel Alamo. How are you, sir?
I am doing better and awesome. Like I said, losing somebody like Charlie, we're losing a part of our childhood memories, because Rolling Stones are part of our childhood memories. See the video for Love Is Strong and just see him play. I actually tried playing like him as a drummer. Sorry. And he just plays it. Let's see. He's a jazz drummer, so to him, it's all about the rhythm. It's all about keeping the beat. It's not trying to be flashy or anything. Like when you see drummers kind of playing all of the toms, to doom, to doom, to doom, they're just playing flashy. He was just keeping the beat, and he said something that really made a lot of sense in an interview. He said, if Mick Jagger does not have good music, he cannot dance around. He cannot perform if he has bad music behind him. So what allows Mick Jagger to be the front man is that he has Keith Richards, is that he had Bill Wyman, having a drummer keep the beat, having Ronnie Wood. If he has bad music, the Rolling Stones are in the club playing to 3 people and not to a stadium. So it's sad, it's difficult to process. But the one thing about Charlie Watts is that, look, we're all going to die someday, but we can only hope that when our time comes that people can say nice things. Because all I've heard from others is just what a gentleman he was. He was faithful to his wife, loved his wife, loved his family. So take away the aspect of him, being a rock star and being able to do all of that is just simply amazing. It just shows that he was a gentleman, and everybody has used that word a lot. You read all of the tributes to him. The term that comes is that gentleman. And what a loss for us. And the best thing we can do is enjoy the music, go out and see these bands when they come. Like I said, we lost ZZ Top, another band that had a musician that played with them for 50 plus years. And here's another one. Would I go see a Rolling Stones concert? It would be difficult because the reason why I would go is to watch them play, because I like drums. I'm kind of like a drummer. So I would have wanted to go, yes, to see Mick Jagger run around the stage, but just to see a great drummer perform like him.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. It's kind of like the old saying goes, like, the band in heaven, it's just, getting a little bit better, man. When you just look at all these different, these different situations, like these different guys that, we're losing, whether by unfortunate situations like dying, or just, unfortunate situations with the lifestyle that they live, like Freddie Mercury, or just unfortunately where your life is just, your final curtain call has happened with like somebody like Charlie. So it's just kind of one of those situations where you really have to, just count your blessings. And just like you said, Angel, it's about like just, hoping that everybody's got good things to say. How can you look back on your life and your legacy and the people that you cared about and all that kind of stuff. So that's, really, really important stuff to remember. So Charlie, we love you, brother. We know you're looking down and you're going to be still contributing to drummers for many years to come. But Bobby, I think it's about time that we bring you back in, because you went to a pretty gnarly show the last couple of days that you've been really hooting and hollering about.
I gotta say,
tell us and the Metal Summoners about this Mega Tour.
So the Hell of Megatour, the really cool thing is, look, I had the opportunity to do GNR show, which was great. Wolfie kicked ass. Guns did 3 hours, but it was a predictable 3 hours. The Hell of Megatour, the band that opened up, and Jay, you mentioned them early.
The Interpreters.
Oh my God.
Female fronted, right?
Female fronted ska band.
If anybody, the Interpreters, check out their ska version of Billie Eilish's Bad Guy, which totally blew my fucking doors off. Weezer came out and just kicked my ass, and it just kept getting better and better. It was 5+ hours of fucking mega hits and just great music and pouring raining. 80,000 people. Matt Porter was there. Did I find Matt Porter? No, but Matt Porter was there. But it was a fucking blast.
Nice, dude. That's really, really cool. So let me ask you something, Bobby, and I'm going to start off with you, and then I'm going to kick it around the table. So Wolfie has been in the news a lot lately. Always very steadfast but proper in his support of his dad, support of his family, and his beliefs in not only what he felt about the Grammys, but also continuing on with his current career and his solo career and putting himself forward. So he's very active on social media, is answering people's questions and, knocking down haters as well as just putting people in their place. But what I wanted to bring up is he most recently was talking and responding to a fan's comment about how he should be, basically paying tribute to his father right now, as opposed to doing his solo thing. And he spoke up saying, look, man, I tribute my father with my name, my music, and my life. But I'm not going to be playing fucking Panama for you guys.
No.
Which I thought was an absolutely fantastic thing to say. So I want to start with you, Bobby, since you're up on the main screen.
Well, the great thing about
hold on a second, bro. So here's how I'm kind of shaping the question. What's your take on Wolfie being all about and for Wolfie first versus what would you think about him throwing in a Van Halen song if he felt it applicable?
Look, he did the tour with his dad and this and that. He broke his ass to put an album out to really, as a nod to his dad, but the album is him. Nobody gives him credit for the shit he did with Tremonti and everything else. I mean, he's a hell of a musician. And his dad even said he came into his own. He didn't go in there to be Michael Anthony. He went, I mean, look, I love what he's doing. I love the songs. I love the passion. I love that Valerie's out on tour with him, supporting her son. And I don't want him to be Ed. There's enough people out there. Look, we got a great friend of ours who's coming on the show in September, Caleb Rappaport, Nerd Halen, does a great tribute. We've got a lot of Steve Brown does a lot of that. There's enough people who do enough Ed. I like that Wolf is doing Wolf.
Right.
I would agree with that,
man. And let Wolf be Wolf.
No, absolutely. So, Psycho Steve, why don't you jump in here and talk about Wolfie and Wolf? What's your take on Wolfie putting his career first and saying, look, I'm always going to be a Van Halen, but
he has the last name. There's so many celebrity there's musicians that have children that are in the music industry that don't even use that you have the last name. For example, his birthday today, Gene Simmons, his daughter, Sophie, she does music, but you don't see her. I don't want to use the word piggyback, but you don't see her using her dad's, because she went on not The Voice. I think she went on, it was The Voice or one of those music shows that
I think it might have been America's Got Talent.
Something like that. She went on one of them.
And his son Nick was playing as well.
And the other one too, Evan Stanley.
And all of them don't piggyback off their mom and dad's coattails. There's other people out there that have talent. But I've heard all of Wolfie's album, and it's great. And honestly, you don't hear any Van Halen influence in it whatsoever. He put his stamp on it and made it his own. And he will carry the legacy with his father just being a Van Halen, just like Gene's kids, Nick and Sophie. They're not using that. They could,
Yeah.
Same thing with Kelly Osbourne when she tried to do the music thing. Did she really use? Who else? His kids. I don't even think his kids do anything in music.
And the most that Kelly ever did was a duet with Ozzy for Changes. But the fact of the matter is, her other records, because I have them, it's just her trying to do her music thing.
Well, the other one that was really throw it out is Jacob Dylan. I mean, he never sounded like his dad.
No,
which was great. And
the only person I could think of that have done something, but he does a tribute to his dad, is Dweezil Zappa. When he does Zappa plays Zappa.
Jason does it as a tip of the hat. But
but he does a tribute. but he doesn't say I'm John Bonham. I don't say I'm Frank Zappa. I say I'm Dweezil Zappa. I'm going to do a tribute to my dad. John Bonham says I'm going to do a tribute to my dad. You know, Liza Minnelli never said, hey, I'm Judy Garland's daughter. I'm going to do a tribute to her, or, you know, or pretend I'm her.
D. Snyder's kid, Jesse, does a great job not on his own and doesn't reference his father. Yeah, we know, but it's not about that. We know. Of course we know. But he does a great job.
I can interrupt you there. So here's a funny thing about Jesse. This is going back maybe, it's got to be 15 years now. Played at a club in Trenton. Jesse walked in and, talk about somebody who like opened their mouth and dropped daddy's name. Hey, you don't mind if we open up before you guys and blah, blah, blah. I got to get back to New York. His crowd came in, they opened up, he left, the crowd left. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Not our Steve. Steve watching. That's actually a really good point about Lauren Harris. That's a really good point.
But there's a lot of musicians out there. The only other people, also with like the Marley family, like Ziggy, they don't. They have the name, they have the talent, but they don't say, "Hey, guess what? We're going to ride the coattails of our deceased father."
You know, there's a lot of people. You got Brian Wilson's daughter who did Wilson Phillips. There's a lot, a lot of people who have done it in the past. And, you wouldn't expect them. Look, if you suck, you suck.
Yeah.
Wolfie doesn't suck.
No.
By all means,
Didn't he play almost every instrument on that album?
And people are giving him shit and this and that. I'm going, look, put a great album out, put a great band out. His band really resembles a lot of, we had Ryan on who's playing with Ace. Mm-hmm. His band is like that. They're fucking great musicians.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and he wrote great songs.
True.
For sure. Absolutely. Angel, let's bring you back on, buddy. What's your take on Wolfie and what he's doing with himself versus the potential of what people would want him to play when it comes to Van Halen? But also on that same note, if any of our beloved Metal Summoners have spoken up of stuff that you think is very cool, let's talk about it as well. But what's your take on what Wolfie's doing?
Yep, I'm posting the comments as they come in. Everything comes in its time and place. Wolfie mentioned that at some point there will be a tribute concert, and when that happens, that's gonna be the moment where Wolfie will play the Van Halen songs with Sammy, the other guys from Van Halen. I love what he's doing with his career. He's in a no-win situation. If he does a Van Halen song, you're gonna have to have people that say, "Oh, he is just riding his dad's coat." And if he doesn't do a Van Halen song, he still gets hell for it. So he's in a no-win situation, but he's doing what's best for himself, what's best for his career. I think that what happens is everybody misses Van Halen. They want to hear Van Halen. But the thing is, look, if you want to hear Van Halen, you can go see Sammy Hagar. He's still out touring with Michael Anthony.
Yep.
Right. And then you also David Lee Roth. He does Van Halen stuff.
Yeah. David, and you know what? David Lee Roth, at some point, I think he's going to go back out on tour. And when he does, you can go out, buy a ticket, and hear David Lee Roth sing Panama.
Yeah, and here's my thing. I got to ask, what the fuck was, who put a fucking feather up Gene's ass over the whole, Dave thing? I'm like,
he apologized today.
He apologized today, actually. He literally just owned it. He's like, look, sometimes I just get to talking and I don't pay attention to what I'm saying and I just let shit just fall out of my mouth and stuff like that. So he fully did own it. But I was actually caught a little off guard by that, to be honest. I was like, damn, like, I got a lot of respect for Gene and I love David, but I was like, oh, that was low. So that was definitely that was definitely a tough one like this. So, Bobby, I'm going to kick it back over to you as we get back to the Hell of Megatour. So we talked about the Interpreters and how they really blew you away as an opening act. When it came to Green Day versus Weezer versus Fall Out Boy, who were you digging?
You know, it was really not a
hold on one second.
Well, hold on, Bobby.
I'm sorry. Got him.
Dude, I'm so sorry, man.
Oh,
No, that's all right.
That's okay. Oh, it's all about the bass player. What the?
It's all good.
Yeah, fucking a little late.
No worries. It's all right.
It's rock and roll. You're never late.
Fucking Axel, man.
It's all good, man. No worries, JD. We knew we were going to have you, buddy, and it happened.
Beer right
Hey,
now.
man. Right
It's
on,
all
man.
good. Well, everybody, JD, John Deservio, Black Label Society.
Jay,
How are you, brother?
Why does JD look like the dude from the Muppets who played with the
What?
He called you a muppet. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
so jealous
something-
of
that's
my hair
something-
and awesome beard.
Now, that's
Yeah,
something,
I'm digging
that's
the
something
hair
for
and the
Bobby to jerk off
mustache.
to.
Well, if you guys would like to, you know.
Exactly, for sure. So,
We
so
didn't tell
JD,
this
you
was
actually
Grindr, did we?
no, that comes in later. So JD, you actually
Gosh, it's a
jumped
music show.
you actually jumped in a pretty bitchin' topic that I actually want to bring you into. So
Okay.
we kind of open up the show talking a little bit about, Charlie Watts and the Rolling Stones, and we're
Right
talking
on.
about some recent tours that
And you got
Bobby took
Marley
me to,
behind him.
like Guns N' Roses and the Hell of Megatour with Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and the Interpreters with Weezer. But so the one thing we were actually just talking about as you jumped in was Wolfgang Van Halen, who recently has been very active on social media. I was also talking recently about, look, guys, I honor my dad's legacy just by being born with my name and the music that I do, but I'm not going to go out and perform Van Halen covers.
Cool.
What's your take on Wolfie, being Wolfie and, really backing, his own path?
Well, I think it's fucking great, man. He's not Van Halen. I mean, it's his last name, but
Great.
you know what I'm saying? So play your own shit, man.
Yeah. No, absolutely, brother.
You know
For
what I'm
sure,
saying?
dude. Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, if he wants to honor his dad with something, though, I mean, that's fucking awesome. But for the most part, he's his own man. So, do it.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right on.
Definitely. No, 100%. And that's pretty much how it's been across the board, man. It's all like,
Yeah.
look, man, I saw Van Halen when Wolfie was playing with him, and I think he did a fantastic job. So
Totally.
I'm all about him being his own man.
Yeah, of course, man.
Absolutely.
He's a talented kid, man. He's fucking really good.
So good. That was another thing we were just talking about is he did all the instruments on that album too, which is absolutely fantastic. Hello.
That's Sammy. He wants to say hi.
What's up, Sammy?
Hey, Sammy.
He likes
Right.
Wolfie. He like Wolfie. Yeah.
Right on. Well, JD, again, man, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your evening, buddy, and let's have a little fun. So, Psycho Steve, let's bring you in, my good dude. Why don't you kick us off?
Okay, so Jersey boy, as you know. Noisy, exactly. So the question is, I need to know, like, how do you and Zach hook up?
What do you mean?
Like, as far as, like, being in the
Well, first he
band,
buys me a drink.
because
He buys me
Were
a
you
drink,
a
gets
friend
me in the
of
mood,
his?
You know what I'm saying? And then, then we go at it.
nice. Now, were you like, were you friends with him before you joined the band?
No, if
Like-
you want to call it friends, I guess, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because you guys were in the same circuit, playing the Birchill, the Playpen.
Yeah, totally. Now,
Studio One.
we've been friends since fucking 86, bro. So, you know what I mean? It's just like you said, the local scene, Close Encounters was the place where we actually met. And,
Okay.
we made out that night, and then everything was good,
Good.
Right on. Cool.
That was it, man.
Because I saw him back in the day with Zyrus,
Yeah.
And
my band was called Tyrus.
Oh,
How fucking stupid is that? I mean, you can't
What
get
was-
more stupid than that. That's pretty funny, dude.
What was the
Nice.
name?
My band's name was Tyrus. I just made the name up, right? Fucking, I don't even know where it came from. And Zach was in a band already called Cyrus that I had
Right.
no idea of. And I just heard about this guitar player who was ripping. And I went down to Close Encounters one night at soundcheck, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy's sick, man!" And then that's it. We became bros because Randy Rhoads and fucking Al Di Meola and all these great guitar players and musicians that we loved, we had in common. So we just became friends, man, and that was it.
Sweet.
Yeah. And he still keeps me around, which is pretty cool,
Nice.
Absolutely, brother. And is
30
that,
years later.
yeah, man. Is that what led to you working with Pride and Glory?
Yeah, totally. Actually, like, me and Brian Tishy went to Berkeley together. So I actually introduced Zach to Brian. We jammed. And then what Zach put it together, he asked Brian. And then I came in later and mopped up, after Lomenzo left,
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. And then you had to come up and mop after him again.
Hey, let's get this straight. I was first.
That you were. 100%.
And then these fuckers mopped up after me.
Yeah,
And then I mopped up after him.
Right. You laid down the groundwork.
That's
brother.
right. Yeah.
No, 100%, man, for sure.
Totally, man.
Well, let's
That's
talk
cool.
real quick about what this really mammoth box set that you guys have coming out. You've got the full catalog vinyl, like the None More Black box set.
Yeah. That's out. That's been
For
out.
BLS that just came out. So what can you tell us about that? Like, was Zach really kind of the spearhead of that, or were you guys able to talk it together as a band? I mean, I know Dario's new to the group just in comparison, but since with the current lineup of the band, talk a little bit about the design for being like, look, we want to put out the works.
Well, you know what? It was 20 years now, over 20 years now that the band's been around. So it was planned, to do something like that. And then, we have a lot of shitty records, so we just threw them all in one fucking box, and then there you go, man.
Of course, because those fuckers, anybody will buy anything now.
That's
since
what I'm
the
saying,
pandemic.
man. Fuck it. We even threw in a couple Van Halen records, I think. I'm not
Nice.
to make it actually good. You know what I mean? Maybe a Stones record in there.
Right.
Something.
Little Charlie.
You know what I'm saying?
Just little vinyl records that are in your collection that you're like, God,
exactly.
I'm sick of looking at this.
Exactly. Like Toys in the Attic, all these fucking
Exactly.
old Scorpions.
Nice.
Taken by
Nice.
force,
That random Motley Crue 7-inch that you just don't talk about.
Well, I talk about it, but I'm
always going to talk about it.
Yeah, I have to. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to.
Oh no, 100%, man, for sure. No, but that's super duper cool, man. That you guys really have that collective work, especially for those old heads like us that still love our vinyl, bro.
Dude, vinyl's awesome, and it really has made a comeback. So people are psyched, man. So yeah, it was pretty. It really came out cool, man. The whole thing. Zach it's always a good job. It's fucking just top notch shit, man. Fucking cool box, and all the artwork inside's amazing, and it came out really cool, man.
Absolutely, man. 100%. So talk a little bit about what you've got going on right now. So obviously coming out of COVID, you guys did have some shows. Now there's a little bit of uncertainty going on, but there definitely still are a lot of shows that are going strong and bands that are still performing, just making sure that they're just taking the necessary precautions.
Yeah.
What's going on right now with Black Label?
Well, we got a show coming up September 9th, a festival in Virginia. And then we start our tour in October, and that runs till the end of November. So we're just hoping that it all fucking kicks off, and we're able to do the whole thing. And I think we'll be able to, if everybody's cool and safe and shit. So, but there's a lot of unknown, man. So we're just gonna go for it, just like always, man.
Absolutely, 100%. Angel, let's kick it over to you, my good dude, and see how the Metal Summoners are doing and their excitement now that we got JD.
Yeah.
They're so excited. I think they felt.
Angel, your mic, buddy.
Mute.
I did
Angel.
mute it.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Now, let's get to our famous photographer, Melissa. She has a good question.
Okay.
Let me get to it.
She is scheduled to YouTube in the Sherman Theater. She wants to know if you're going to do any more shows with Cycle of Pain.
Oh, wow. Well, I love Cycle of Pain. I mean, we, through the whole COVID and shit, everybody's kind of been, home taking care of their own business and all that. But in the future, who knows? Maybe I'd like to, you know. And I also have my own music I've been working on. Maybe I'll do some shows with even this, my own thing, which I don't even know what it's called yet, but hopefully,
Right on.
you know.
And Candy Burton wants to know, who were your early musical influences?
Oh my God. Well, shit. I have older brothers, right? So I got turned on to music at a really young age, and I was into like, you know, the Doors and Sabbath and shit like that. But then when I saw a picture of Kiss, I mean, it blew my mind. And,
Yeah.
I was like 8 years old, and I loved horror movies and music, and that was the fucking perfect combination. So all I wanted to do was be Gene Simmons. However, I never grew to, you know, past him like in third grade. So, but whatever, you know.
Right on, man. For sure. Angel, keep rolling with it, my good
And-
dude. Do we have more?
Cool. And I got to do this. Please
Yeah.
give JD a shout out from the Rock Doc Dave. You shout out
Dentist
from
Dave.
him.
Fucking great guy, man. Great dentist, let me tell you.
Takes care of me.
Great guitar player, but he might be an even better dentist. I'm not sure. Really,
Well, he-
even better person though.
He's
all
kind of
around.
like Herbie.
What's that?
Like
Herbie's
herpes?
the dentist.
Like herpes?
Oh,
He
herpes?
worked a miracle on Steve.
No, Herbie from Rudolph.
Oh, the fucking is the dentist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anybody got it, but that's all right.
No, that's why we're the Island of Misfit Toys, baby.
I hear you, man.
That's awesome, man. That's so sick, man, for sure. Angel, question from yourself, buddy?
Well, I still want to continue with Dave because someday
Oh,
he'll be
hell
working
yeah.
on my team, so I got to be nice to him.
Do
If not,
it.
it'll be like Little Chaparros. You know, the scene with the dentist. So that's why I got to be nice to Dave.
Yeah,
We
you
love
you,
can-
Dave.
he can put you in a lot of pain.
Oh, yeah.
He can make it a lot of pain for you.
If he puts some big titties in front of me, that's okay.
Oh, Dave.
All right, JD.
Bad Angel.
Hey, that's not nice.
Oh, JD
He
wants
said
to. When producing, do you prefer plug-ons or live amps?
What's that, buddy?
When you're producing, for plug-ons or the live amps?
Oh, plugins or live amps? Oh, well, I like them both, to be honest with you. I love live amps because, you know, that's what we're used to, and they sound great, you know. But nowadays, these plugins, man, I mean, we use them for effects or whatever, or they do have amp sims, you know, that we could use nowadays, but it's mostly live amps, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
And my question is, you got the new Black Label Society album coming out. What can fans expect without giving too much away, of course?
Just more of the same, you know, more bullshit, terrible music, and boredom, you know. But this one's a little different because it's got a different cover, you know. So we'll see.
nice.
Yeah,
I
Nice.
love the new video.
Oh, dude, I mean that's us. You know what I mean? It's just you got to take the piss out of yourself, man, because everybody's too serious nowadays, man. You know.
Absolutely.
You just got to have fun, dude. I mean, that's all we do, you know. It's fucking, we're so blessed to do what we do, you know, play music for a living. And people just get so serious with it, and fuck that, man. You know, we're just lucky. That's all.
Absolutely, man. 100%. Bobby Dreyer, let's bring you in, my good dude.
So, JD, I'm
Yes, sir.
going to test your knowledge with your wood.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I know it pretty well.
Are you ready?
I'm kind of ready.
All right. So here we go.
Pressure's on now.
Yeah, he loves doing this to
All right.
everybody.
Here you go.
Ooh.
Year and whose?
Year and whose? Well, it's Paul's. Year.
It's an original
57.
64.
Ah, fuck.
Ah.
I'm sorry. It was
All right.
Paul's,
Than
though.
you.
I got the right guy.
All right. We're going to go with another one.
Ah, you're fucking me here. What is this?
Look it on the neck. What is that on the neck?
We don't
I'm
see the
fuck-
neck, do we?
I'm blind, dude.
We don't see the neck. There you go.
It's
Is
a
it-
Yamaha.
Yamaha, is it a Billy Sheehan?
No, it's not a Billy.
Is it Michael
else?
Anthony?
It's a Michael.
There you
Nice.
go.
Wow.
All righty.
I would have never guessed that one.
Neither would I would think Yamaha.
All right.
Really.
Now,
Ooh, Telly.
no.
Oh, G&L.
Pretty.
And
Beautiful.
put it this way. You might get a little sweet if you could only walk some way.
Tom Hamilton.
Of course.
That's killer. And he's a great dude, man. And wrote some amazing bass lines.
Oh, okay. So I'm a PA boy,
Okay.
and he's
Uh-oh.
no longer with us anymore.
Oh, it's Jocko's.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to have a little bit of chicken grease on here.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
All right.
That's killer, dude. That's killer.
You with me? All right.
Oh, damn.
Mm,
I see.
Let me see. Not Steve Harris.
no. So there's 4 guys,
Okay.
all the same last name.
All the same last name.
Hey ho.
There you go. The Ramones.
Of course, it's a
There you
Martin.
go. Oh, wow. That's killer, dude.
Oh,
That's
you ready?
Man, you got all this shit. This is fucking cool.
All
So if
right.
you need to borrow some, he has over 160
Yeah, I
plus.
got a lot of. All right, so now these were one-offs.
Is that a Gene? No.
No, it's a Fender.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess. Could I guess?
Sure,
Stu Ham.
of course.
Wow,
You gotta
Stewie.
start with an A. You get it because it's a J and a P.
I love Stu, man. He's a great dude,
Fucking
man.
Stu's great.
Awesome guy.
Now,
Great player, man. I should have put on my better glasses, man. I can't fucking.
all right, my brother of another mother.
Is that our boy is that our boy Doug?
Yes, it's Dougie's.
Who's that?
That's Mr.
Pinnock.
Pinnock.
What's that?
That's Doug
Doug
Pinnock's
Pinnock.
words, right?
Oh, doggies. That's killer, dude.
All right,
Man, how the fuck you getting all these bases from these guys?
hello,
Grinder.
Grinder.
Exactly. Finder and grinder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So he put up with a crazy son of a bitch lead singer.
Who doesn't?
I was gonna say that
that
doesn't
Duff?
count, Bobby.
Yeah, it's tough.
There you go.
That's whose?
Duff
That's
McKagan.
Duff McKagan.
Oh, Duff's, yeah.
And Axel was awesome, dude. When we toured with them, he was nothing but cool, bro.
Now
Oh,
this,
Getty?
this ain't no fucking Getty. Mm.
Lemmy?
No, look at that headstock. Why is it reversed?
I don't know. Because it's lefty?
And who's
Jack Brute now.
no red?
Fuck.
Phil.
No. Jesus
I don't know.
Christ,
I'm
you guys
guessing.
Suck. Okay. Danny
But
Lane
Bobby,
played
that's
with
a-
the guy.
But Bobby, that's a right-handed bass.
It's a right, but he always played lefty.
I don't know. Give me a hint on this one.
Well, if you can't fly, it's because you don't have.
Wings. Paul McCartney.
Yes.
That's a Paul
There you
McCartney
go.
bass.
Yes.
Yeah, he
It's
played
a
that with
Paul
Wings.
Rick. It's a 64 Rick.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Wait,
Wow.
one last one.
Man, I suck, but I did my best.
And you call yourself a fucking bass player.
I never fucking said that.
Now, this is a tricky one.
Okay.
I know who that was.
Well, shut the fuck up. So it originally owned by somebody who had enough.
Chips enough.
Well, it was Chips, but whose bass it was.
Oh, the Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking. Oh my God. Not Robin Zander. What's his name? What the fuck
Peterson.
is the bass player?
Tom.
Tom Peterson.
Yeah, it was Tom's.
That's
Chip
killer.
laughed
That's
his
great.
ass off. He goes, "How'd you get that bass?" I'm like, "Dude, you can get anything you want if you learn how to." No.
Yeah, exactly. Grinder's a hell of a
I'm
fucking
telling you.
app.
Fuck reverb. Fuck
Wow, bro.
reverb.
That's quite a collection, man.
I got a couple
Very
more
impressive.
that. Wait. Let's.
That's awesome.
That is-
It's such a great segment, Bobby. We love doing that, man.
Wait.
Oh shit.
Dude. Now I'm gonna. I really challenge his hard on of basses.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy, he's right.
Okay, this is a 6.
Oh fuck that.
Wow.
6
I
strings.
think I know.
Not Anthony Jackson. What band or
Well,
what
it's a
genre?
Yamaha. So.
Dom
the guy
Patitucci.
plays-
Oh, fucking Dream Theater.
No,
No, it's
Patitucci.
Oh, well,
John
all right.
Patitucci, right?
Yeah. Electric Band, dude.
Yeah. And then probably one of the most funkiest mofos ever to play a 5-string.
That's not Pino, is it?
No,
Flea?
it's a sire.
Hmm.
No clue.
Marcus,
Marcus Miller.
of course. Tape wounds on it, very fucking,
Well, I'm always used to his 72 or something.
yeah.
That jazz bass, the blonde one.
See, I'm right in Doylestown, dude. You got to come up here. I got all this shit. You can fucking sit here and track bass.
Shit! Wow. Good. Got every kind you fucking need.
Well, not yet.
Well, you got a fretless. You got
Mike
5, 6.
Mike just sent me one of his basses.
From Green Day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's fucking great too, man.
Oh,
He wrote some great shit.
but yeah, look, and you do some great shit. So why the fuck don't have a signature bass right now?
What do you mean? I got it. I got
He
fucking
does.
2 signature basses.
With who?
Schecter.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the next segment that I'm going to, because if you haven't forgotten, Bobby, I'm the bass player of this lineup.
Wait a second, I got to go back on Grinder. Who do I got to blow to get one of those basses?
Well, I'm pretty close to somebody.
I can't say that I'm willing to blow anybody, but I'd be willing to sit down and have a conversation with you, JD, about how to get my hands on one of yours.
That would work, man. That would work.
Hey, Jay, a natty
Yeah.
bow will wash that taste right out of your mouth.
Oh yeah, vinegar. Anything, man.
Yeah, a little bit of vinegar. Oh yeah, sure.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, exactly. The girl would love that. How do I
Fucking
explain that one?
But yeah, dude, I totally got my own signature bass. I've had one for a while now, and yeah, I love it. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
obviously.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
JD, I got to ask you. So, what did you base? We all have influences. Look,
Yeah.
I have more fucking guitars and everything,
Right.
and people keep going, "Oh, do you collect?" Fuck that, collect. I'm a fucking fan. I love bass players, guitarists, everything.
Cool.
The reason why I have so many is because, look, I grew up in the 70s and everything. There were people from Jack Bruce all the way up, and guitar players from Frampton and that. So who did you base your bass on?
Well, actually, my bass is based on 2 basses from Schecter. There was a CV4, which I really dug the look of. I thought it was cool. And then there was a stiletto model, and I really liked how that felt and the contour of the body and everything. So I kind of mixed them 2 together. A buddy of mine, Joe Grabowski, helped me, put it together, the schematics and all the shit. And I made it to my specs. My neck is it's like a P-bass neck, but around the back of it, it's a lot flatter, kind of like a Jackson.
Yeah.
So you could actually really shred on it, And when you're playing it all night, it doesn't kill your hand, because bass, it's big as hell. You know what I mean? So we kind of just mixed them, the CV4 and the stiletto, and it's neck through, with the top load, or through the body load of the string, and active electronics, like 18 volts. So it's cranking loud, and it sounds great, man. I dig the electronics in it, and just really came out good. And if you ever check it out, you'll be like, wow, it's easy to play. So I was hoping that Schecter would have just put out a model without the BLS flag that I have on it, because other bass players that like aren't Black Label fans would actually want to play the bass because it fucking plays so good,
Mhm.
But they just went with the flag, which is cool. That's what I use. And it sounds and feels great. I've used them on every fucking record that I've been on.
So I
Black
see
Label
you're a
since.
big Harkey guy too. I mean,
Yeah.
what made you gravitate to Harkey cabinets and that?
To be honest with you, I was with Samson Wireless, right? So at the time, I was just using like my Ampeg shit, and like I use a Crown Power amp and an Ashley preamp, right? And then I'm at Samson just for the wireless thing, and they show me the Harkey stuff, and they said, "What do you think of that?" And I was like, "Well, I would blow that up, so I can't really use it." You know what I mean? And they're like, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, it's just not loud enough for me." I said, "Who are you?" He goes, "Well, we designed the amp." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." So, but the guy loved what I said because I was being honest. You know what I mean? I was like, just make the shit more powerful, make it more headroom so it could, handle, like the wattage of an SVT can. So then they worked on a few different models and came up with these high drive speakers, which the cabinets were like, say a 410 was like 1,000 watts. So each speaker was 250. So I had 810, so that was 2,000. So I could pump the shit out of it, And then they wound up doing a Kilo amp, which was great. It was very reminiscent of like an SVT4.
Yeah.
But they discontinued that, but I still use them. And I also use an LH1000, which they designed, which they still use. And it was just like modeled after an Alembic preamp. Very simple, like bass, mids, and lows, highs, and that's really it. And a volume and maybe a compressor in it, but I don't really even use that. So and I use a power amp too. I also use like a Samson, like a 3,200 watt power amp and shit. So, because I want ultimate headroom,
Who was that ultimate bass player tone? Talking to Pinnock, his was Squire that blew his doors off. Who was the guy that just made you go, fuck yeah? That's
Steve Harris.
Really?
Steve, yeah, man. Because I was like 13 years old when the first Maiden record came out. So I had already been playing bass, and I loved Geezer. I loved Sabbath, love his tone. But when Steve came out, it was just like, to me, I could really hear it, really well. And plus the music was killer. And the album cover was sick. You know what I mean? So when you're a 13-year-old kid, that's how we based our music on. How cool was the album cover? Because that's all you had to go on. You know what I mean? It's like, well, this looks like it's going to be badass. And the first Maiden record, it was the best. Dude,
so good, man.
Totally.
Sure. How did you land with Schecter?
Actually, I was doing Shot to Hell in 2006, right? We were in North Hollywood at American Studios.
It's actually still one of my favorite BLS records, bro.
Oh, right on. Thanks, man. And then, so I had I had Spectre basses because I had an endorsement with them, which I love. We rented a couple a Music Man and like a fucking something else in there. Zach, we had some Fenders and some things. And then Schecter was right around the corner. And a buddy of mine goes, "Hey, I'm really good friends with those guys. You want me to go grab you one?" And I was like, "Well, you know what? I did a gig about a year earlier with a band that I just used the bass player's bass, and it was a Schecter." I was like, "Man, this thing sounds fucking great." So when we were there, I told my buddies, like, "Yeah, let's just go over." And so I went and checked out one, and I wound up using a stiletto. I brought it back to the studio, and I used that on the whole Shot to Hell record.
Oh, wow.
A five-string stiletto that we called the Jersey Devil. And I still got it, and then since then, I've just been with them. I was with Fender at the time, but I wound up going to Schecter because, they were cool and they were right there. So everything I needed, it was right there for me. So pretty dope. Yeah. And then we wound up doing a signature bass, a few years later. So nothing but awesome for me, man.
Oh, that's killer, dude. No, it's funny, we actually have heard similar stories like that. So you'll probably get a kick out of this. So we had Patrick Kennison on the show a few months back, who plays guitar in Lita Ford's band.
Oh, okay.
His fiance is the guitar player Nikki in the Iron Maidens.
Oh, right on.
She was with Schechter before he was.
Okay.
They were at home, and he started playing on one of her guitars and was like, this is so badass. Like, I fucking love the sound of all this. And that's what he's like, dude, I'm gonna go with these guys.
Yeah, they make some good shit, man. And it's relatively inexpensive, compared to like Gibson, and Fenders and shit, But I mean, Schechter makes good quality shit, man. I love it, man.
For sure, absolutely. So JD, the next question that I got to ask is actually one that I've been looking forward to asking because I'm stoked to kind of get your take on it. So you go back with Zach to the 80s, Pride of Glory. You guys were doing other various projects. He was doing Ozzy. You guys reconnect with Black Label. So besides Zach himself, you're pretty much the guy that's probably best qualified to answer this question.
Okay.
This thing has become iconic.
Hell yeah.
With Black Label Society.
Yeah.
So what exactly is the deal with it? So Zach, at the start of his Ozzy tenure, does not look like the Zach Wilde that we have now.
Well, no, of course not.
But the Zach Wilde that you see play with Ozzy now is the same Zach Wilde that you're used to seeing with Black Label Society. Vest and all. What can you tell us about the Black Label Society vest and how it's kind of taken on a thing of its own?
Well, dude, we love the Warriors, man. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that movie from the.
Oh yeah,
Warriors.
Totally, man.
Cling,
Fucking A, man. We're the Warriors. We're the Warriors of metal. But and it's kind of, I don't want to say like a uniform, but it was like just something fucking cool that everybody could have. And everybody wore a vest. Randy Rhoads wore a vest. Fucking, everybody was wearing a vest. But then Zach just had this idea and kind of made it kind of like a Kiss Army kind of thing. You know what I mean? Where we're all kind of wearing the same shit and fucking rocking out. So
sure, yeah.
But that's kind of where it came from.
I got you, brother. And it also seems like it's taken on its own kind of thing as well, where it's got its own kind of rite of passage, kind of like blessing when you've been with the Black Label Society camp, whether it's long-standing crew or other stuff like that. For anybody who remembers and again, it's reality TV. I can't say I really know how accurate or whatever this was, but there was this like Battle for Ozfest show that
I remember it.
Yeah, where this kid like put on, I guess, like your guys' tour manager's vest or something, and it like on the show it kind of looked like it rattled some cages. It's like, look, dude, that's not something that you can do because again, like it's really taken on its own life. Is like again the Kiss Army thing.
Totally, man.
With the band itself, like you got to earn your stripes and you got to be a solid member of this band. So that's very cool that it's really it's seen that way, and the vest for Black Label is really well respected.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking it's just a part of us now. You know what I mean? And Zach, he had a great vision and he brought it to life, man. And here it is, 20-something years later, and we're still kicking ass. So let's hope for another 20-something years, bro.
Absolutely. 100%. So fans, keep those comments coming in because I'm going to kick it to Angel in just a little bit. But Psycho Steve, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. So the question is, if you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
Probably porn. Nobody would watch it. My career would be very short, as am I.
Wait, nod.
But no, dude, to be honest with you, I really have no idea because I knew I wanted to be a fucking musician when I was in third grade. I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones, to be honest with you, that actually knew what they wanted to do from that early age. But if I wasn't a musician, I don't know. I mean, I used to love to draw and shit, like that. So probably some kind of art, I was too small for hockey, so, that's out.
And you're a Rangers fan too.
I
so.
know. I know.
It's all right. No one's perfect. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, to piggyback off of the whole music thing, what if you could play with any musician that you haven't played with yet? Because I know you have played like jumping the jams and stuff like that. You've worked with like Tattoo Tony with the Tattoo for Autism stuff, and you've done like jams with when Zach was playing with Ozzy, and then you jammed with Dime, which is incredible. But is there any musician that you haven't that you'd be like, it's a bucket list person that you would love to just say, I would love to like record or play out with? Or
shit, man. I mean, there's so many, but fucking Jimmy Page, Ozzy, fuck.
You never got to play with Ozzy, even with
no, I never. I mean, only had a sound check. I was with Lita Ford back in like '90, and Sharon was managing Lita, and Sharon and Ozzy came into rehearsal one day, and I was just jamming on my bass, playing something, and Ozzy started singing to it, and I was like, "Holy fuck, that was so awesome!" But yeah, that would be super dope. I mean, I like so much music, so I like jazz and funk and metal and rock and you name it, hip hop. So pretty much, there's so many greats. Fucking Mick Jagger. I mean, Keith Richards.
Nice.
I mean, who knows? But hey, listen, man. Can I? Do I have to have the headphones on? Because
if you can hear us,
die. No. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna plug it in.
No, man. If you can hear us good, man, without your headphones, you should be fine.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sweet.
Cool. There we are.
So, JD, real quick. So we
Yeah.
got Evil Ed Niger on here from drumline.net from Canada.
Oh,
Good
sweet.
friend of ours. And Ed is a good friend of yours who we've been friends with. And he jumped on. Ed, are you on?
Ed,
Can you hear me?
Ed.
There we are. What's going on, brother?
my Vancouver brother.
You know it. Somebody had to come in here and talk some hockey with you.
Fucking hey, thank you.
Oh, trust me.
What's up? How's the family, brother?
Everybody's doing good. Everybody's doing
Wow.
good.
How many kids you got now? 6?
2? I can't afford 6.
Well,
Just put out a new record.
I can help Natalie out.
Right
Can't
on, man.
do that stuff. God. When are we going to see you up here?
Well, you know what? I don't know, man, because we have a whole tour booked for October and November, but the Canadian dates got all moved because of this bullshit that's going on. So hopefully next year we're just going to do a whole run of Canada. So 2022, I'm sure we'll be through.
Actually, the last show I saw was the last live show that I got to go to was you guys when you played up here. That was
Was that Zach
a
Sabbath?
year and a half ago. And
Was I with Zach Sabbath on that gig?
no, that was the Black Label show.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I miss Vancouver, man. Good buds.
Yeah, well, we miss you. So,
Yeah,
get you up here. We're going to spend some time together, brother.
totally.
So, let me ask you a question. Drum-wise,
Okay.
name me 3 drummers that you want to be playing with that you haven't played with yet. I mean, it's a bit of a piggyback off the last question that was on there, but
Alive
curious.
or
Drums
just
down.
in?
Hey,
old,
JD, I got Sticks. If you want to play with me.
Sticks, the drummer from Sticks.
Oh, he's great.
3 drummers I would like to fucking play with. Man, that's a tough question, man.
Well, give me 3 that are alive and 3 that are passed on. That was
I mean, shit. I played with so many great drummers. Like 3 drummers I haven't played with. Let me think about this for a little bit. Let's see. Let's think about some bands. Alex Van Halen, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Fucking. Dave Lombardo would be sick.
Yep.
Let me think of another one that I haven't played with.
That you haven't played with.
Yeah, let me think, man. Shit. I don't know, man. Well, so many people are gone that I would love to have played with as well.
Yeah.
Third one, I don't know. Fucking Matt from Hatebreed's fucking great. Like him.
Oh yeah, Matt's good. That'd be cool.
Yeah, totally. Now, three that are gone would be like Clyde Stubblefield, John Bonham, and fucking Neil Peart. But I actually did get to play with Neil Peart for a minute.
Oh really?
Wow.
When I was with Vinnie Moore in '91, we toured with Rush on Roll the Bones tour.
Right.
Yeah, and I got to play Geddy's bass with Neil. So that was pretty sick, dude.
Damn, dude.
He was playing wall basses at the time. They were different. Yeah, it wasn't the Rick, But
yeah,
I guess it was all those guys. That'd be sick.
It's a great list.
Cool. Yeah.
That's really, really cool. Actually, and kind of like a cool little fun thing. Since coming off of Bobby's, how do you know your wood? I had to break this out since you mentioned Dave Lombardo. Is a little bit of Tom Araya action.
Oh, cool, man.
With the I don't know if they're going to show up on the screen, but he's got the little pentagrams and the fretboard. And
yeah.
And
there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Angel. So,
sick.
And I stumbled across this in New York. It was being sold in a Sam Ash. I was I was actually invited. I was actually invited to a taping of That Metal Show with Zakk Wylde on the show. And so I'm up there with my buddy Bob, and he's a guitar player. I'm a bass player. We're always just kind of doing our thing. And so we're wandering around New York, and we find Sam Ash. And so we go in, and we're looking at all this stuff. And they're selling this Tom Araya signature bass signed by Tom.
That's great.
Like $300. And I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was
That's fucking amazing.
And Bob looks at me. He's like, you need to buy that, dude. I'm like, I do need to buy that, don't I? So I go and I talk.
Hold on to that, man.
Yeah, dude. So I go and I talk to the clerk, and I'm like, hey, bro, so here's the deal. Because it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm here all day. Like, I've got a taping of a TV show at night, and then I'm leaving New York at like 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night. Like, I am not lugging this bass around New York City for the next like 12 hours. That is not going to be a thing. This has to get sent to Maryland. There's just nothing about it. No bones about it. I was like, but how much is it going to hurt me to get this thing shipped? He's like, cool, man, let me go talk to my manager. And this is where I think my look just came and helped me out with like just the way I dress and my tattoos and whatever. Because he goes and talks to his manager. He's like, hey, that guy over there wants to buy this bass, but he can't lug it around. It has to get shipped to Maryland. How much is it going to cost? And the guy looks at me. He's like, that guy right over there? And the guy's like, yeah. He's like, for that guy, no tax, no shipping. I'm like, you've got a customer for life.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that dude doesn't know me. He didn't know anything about me. I was just like, I'm being serious, dude. I am not lugging this shit around for 12 hours. It's just not going to be a thing.
And you guys are going to be closed. That's sick.
You're going to be closed by the time that the show ends. Yeah. So as soon as you mentioned Dave Lombardo, I was like, oh, let me go grab Tom's bass. That'll be fucking cool.
So that's great. And then Sam Ash, that's fucking awesome of them. And that's like my, one of my companies, because Sam Ash is Samson and, Harkey and all that,
Oh, right.
So, I did a bunch of clinics for Sam Ash, and I did a clinic at that store that you were at.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, a long time ago. But, I mean, it's, Sam Ash rules, man. It's just the mom and pops,
Yeah, dude. No, for sure, man. That actually does make a lot of sense because I've been to that particular Sam Ash a couple of times too. And now that I think about it, they have played a lot of BLS stuff on the monitors around the store. Like a lot. Really? Yeah, they really have. Sweet. Like anything from for anything from just like, live, like acoustic kind of sit-in clinic type stuff like what you've done all the way up to like live stuff and music videos. So that's actually really super cool. So Yeah. So
Oh.
anyway, your boys and your girls have been good to me, man.
Nice, man.
Right on.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that, bro.
Yeah, dude. Definitely,
Fucking
for
awesome.
sure. Well,
Awesome.
Mr. Alamo, it is all you with the Metal Summoners, my bro. Let me let you jump on while I put this away.
Cool. We got Paul Bowman. He wants to know, what's your favorite Black Label Society songs to play live?
Favorite songs to play live? Well, I love Trample Down Below. That's a good one. That was off of Grimace Hits. That one I love. I mean, shit. Stillborn's cool because we get to jam in that one in the beginning of it. So I dig that one. And Fire It Up, now we've been extending that out. So that's fun for me because I get to jam as well as Zach and Dario. And me and Jeff get to jam out. So I guess those three are pretty cool.
Cool. I got a question from Susan Burton from Canada. She wants to know, do you like playing Canada, and can we expect any tour dates up there?
We love Canada, man. Canadian Faithful is the best, bro. And like I said, because of the COVID shit, our Canadian dates got moved or postponed or whatever. We were supposed to do a few there, but I think we're just going to do a whole run in 2022 from like all the way from Vancouver over to Nova Scotia. Man.
Oh.
So yeah, look forward to that.
My question is, when you're on tour, what bass do you take out on the road with you?
Oh, I got all my signature basses, man. I have probably like, we have a bunch of different tunings now because each record, we kept getting lower and lower in the tuning. So now the new record's like down a step and a half. So I have basses that are tuned to that, basses that are tuned a whole step, and then basses that are tuned 440. So I probably have about 7 basses on tour.
Wow.
And they're all my own signature bass, So that's what I roll with, man. It sounds killer every night, dude.
If you're ever in the Philadelphia area and you need a bass, just hit Bobby up.
Oh yeah, I know. He's got a ton.
What? Wait a second. So it was somebody's birthday. So do we remember this from '96?
Well, it's Gene's birthday today.
Yeah, he used that on Unplugged.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck yeah.
Totally.
August 9th.
Yeah, I know Gene's birthday because he was my hero, So.
Yeah.
I was
killer,
there.
man. There you go.
Look.
Can't forget about
I got
Gene.
enough wood down here in Doylestown for you to get low on.
Oh, right on.
Hey, JD, when it comes to your signature basses, it looks like you do also have a few signatures that are between 4 and 5 strings. So you seem like you bounce back and forth between that a little bit.
Yeah. They only sell the 4-string models, but I play 5s, because a lot of our shit's tuned down, and it just makes it easier. You know what I mean? To play the 5-string rather than tune your E down to A. You know what I mean? So and plus the 5-string just sounds fat, dude. They just sound sick. So,
absolutely.
I dig them. Yep.
No, that's cool, man. It's actually pretty funny. So we had we did an interview at Rockin' Pod with a young lady named Abby Kay, and we were talking to her about playing bass. And she was always a 4-string person, which happens to be my prefer. I just, I can do a 5, but 4 just makes me happy.
Well,
but
that's home. 4 strings are home.
Home, 100%. And so we were talking to her a little bit about her playing a 5-string bass, and she's like, so here's the thing. I started as a 4-string because, of course, that's home. Then we started playing, I think they said it was like a Paramore song. Oh, no, it was a No Doubt song, which is actually a lot of really heavy bass lines. And she's like,
great.
The No Doubt song that me and my band were playing at the time had to be down tuned. And I don't like dealing with tuning my bass. So I started playing a 5-string bass, so I never had to worry about tuning it. And I thought that was the most fantastic answer ever, especially because she's like 17 years old.
Totally, man. I mean, I remember my first 5-string I was in a cover band, and I was like, this is it. I'm just going to play this thing every song. You know what I mean? Just to get used to it. And if stuff was tuned down, I didn't have to worry. I would just play it, on the lower frets and shit. It was very cool. But it's definitely something to get used to, especially playing 4-string your whole life. 5 strings definitely, it's a different animal, but I love them, man. They're very cool.
That's awesome, man, for sure. Let's kick it back down to Psycho Steve.
So, new album coming out with the tour.
Yep.
You're going out on the road with some old school players. You're going out with Prong.
Yep.
And who else is on the road with you guys?
Obituary. So
some
we
old
started
school
our
metal.
tour with them. That's what we were touring with them when we got shut down because of the COVID. So
Right.
I'm glad to see those guys picking back up with us. They've been around forever, and they're really great guys and great band, dude. I didn't really know much about them, but dude, when we all met, they're just really good people and great live, man. It really sounded great. So very cool.
Gotcha. I am going to see you at the Wellmont.
Okay.
With Kat Tobin. She's coming with me.
Okay.
So she sends her love and regards. So
yeah, tell her what's up. We love Kat.
Absolutely. I don't know if you knew, she lost her dad last year, and then the year before that, she lost everything. So we need to get her new colors because she lost everything in a fire. Her whole house burnt down.
I do remember hearing about that. That fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, so if we can get
we'll see if we can hook her up when we get out there, brother.
That would be fantastic. So my question is for you, what can we expect? Can we hear like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of just like new stuff, old stuff, stuff we've never heard, or what do we expect to hear for the new tour?
It's just going to be, we have so many records now, so it's just going to be a culmination of everything. We always do new stuff in our set, you know what I mean? Because we're one of them bands that actually likes our new records, so we'll probably put, by that time we might have 2 singles out of the new record, so we'll probably have them both in the set, you know what I mean? So, and we do stuff, try to get, as many of the records in as we can,
Sweet.
Because there's like 11 or I don't even know, 12 studio records now, 13, I'm not sure, but we try to do as best as we can, and you can only play for so long. We want to be a fucking Bruce Springsteen concert. I mean, fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, especially in metal, nobody has the attention span for that shit, or the fucking neck stamina.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah,
fantastic. So we look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to get out there, man. It's been a long time.
Absolutely, for sure. So, fans, we're going to kick it to Angel in just a little bit, but I do want to let you guys know that it is last call for alcohol when it comes to those questions for JD. So get them in. That way we can get all of your questions, your comments, and your love to him. We want to talk about all that kind of stuff from you guys. So don't be shy. Jump on in. We definitely want to hear from you guys. So, fans, when it comes to questions, last call for alcohol.
Last
JD,
call.
what did you do? What did you do a little bit during the COVID time and stuff like that? Like work on personal music, work on BLS stuff, a combination of both, or even take time off from music?
Pretty much a combination of both, because we did manage to record this new record while we were down, so I got to mix it as well. So, and then we released the box set, and we had to do videos for that. So we were pretty busy, all throughout. And then at my house, I have my own studio in my basement. So I've been working on my own music, and I had Cycle of Pain shit, for years that I would do here. But the last couple of years, I've just been kind of focusing on my own music, and been doing that and getting better at being an engineer, producer, shit like that. Working around the house. I mean, fucking walking the dog. I'm a professional dog walker. That's, because what the fuck else was there to do, Nothing. So
yeah,
that was basically it, brother. But yeah, it's always music. I play piano, I play drums, I play guitar, I sing. So I have a lot of new music, but I haven't played it, let anybody hear it yet. But maybe in the upcoming year, I'll finally actually get to play it, But
absolutely.
It was crazy, man. It was just a crazy time, and it was so uninspiring for so long because nobody knew what the fuck was going on, So it was really, really weird for a long time there.
No, definitely. Especially with your long time, 30 long relationship with Zach, or just however long that you've known him. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, are about as tight as it's ever going to be when it comes to brothers and stuff like that. But an interesting question that we've asked some of the guests that I just think it's kind of an interesting take on things is with the COVID situation and, not being on the road, not being with each other like you guys are normally used to being. How did you feel the communication was with you guys as a band? I mean, did you feel that you got stronger, or have you guys always just been, pretty dialed up and solid? And that goes for every member of the band, as well.
Totally. It really is. I mean, dude, me and Zach, we talk pretty much every day. You know what I mean? Whether it's about music or fucking what's going on, we were always talking. I mean, when we did Black Label in '99, and then I left for that like 5 years there, we still talked all the time, man. It doesn't matter about music, because we're brothers, man, and we're family. So that's what it's all about, and with the other guys as well, with Jeffy and Dario, man. We became tight over the last 7 years.
Yeah.
So I keep in touch with them all the time, and it's cool, man. It's such a fucking no drama band. It's really amazing, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like so many bands are like hate each other and they're fucking this and that, and it's bullshit left and right. We have none of that. Absolutely zero bullshit. Lots of fun, man.
That's awesome, dude.
That's
and
what
one
it's
more,
all
and
about.
one
Like
more-
we're fucking family, It's like, what's the problem? Like the fucking Black Crowes. How could the Black Crowes have a problem? These two brothers can't get along. Or that band Oasis. These two brothers couldn't get along. The Kinks, they couldn't get along. It's like, what the fuck, man? Weird.
No, it totally is. And talk a little bit about what you did with Michael Romeo, because that was a pretty that was a pretty cool project, dude, that you were doing with him, the War of the Worlds.
Totally. That was his first. Well, I guess it's actually his second solo record. His first one came out a long, long time ago, but that's the first one that I did, and I just wound up doing another one that's even fucking better. I mean, Mikey, he's a sick musician, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people probably, not many people know how really good of a guitar player he is. Never mind that, he's a great producer, a great piano player, great writer. I mean, Mikey's chops on guitar are one of the sickest guitar players I ever played with. I played with so many sick guitar players. I mean, legends, Zach, I played, with Vinnie Moore, fucking, I played with a whole bunch of guys, whatever. But Mikey, man, he's an overlooked dude that should definitely get a look because he is sick, man.
Absolutely.
Real sick.
Was
Another
that
Jersey boy who's sick.
Oh, totally, dude. Was that just a relationship that formed from your relationships in the business? Like, how did you guys kind of meet up?
Me and Mikey, actually, we went to high school together, man.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so we've known each other since then, so, and Mike lives like 10 minutes away from me.
Nice.
So probably that's why, because I'm fucking 10 minutes away. So like, let this guy play. Fuck it.
Convenience.
Well, let me tell you, man, his music, I had to shed my ass off to play that shit, bro.
Nice. That's
fucking crazy,
good,
man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby Dreyer, it's all you, brother man.
So last call. So favorite crazy fucking story from a fan of what they've done to you on a bus.
I can't get into that.
Yes, you can. Come on.
Nah, it's
Girlfriend
pretty
will
fucking
break up with
boring, man. I mean,
Okay. Wait. Nothing that's going to make you divorced or, ruin a category. But I'm like, was
well,
it?
how about this one? Some fucking.
Was it a midget, a chicken?
I got one for you.
Okay.
It didn't even involve me, but I was there. This fucking one drum tech brought these girls on the bus, right? And whatever, he was friends with them. I don't even know who they were. The one girl they were talking about something. Anyway, she pulled out her tit and shot milk in his face. And that was one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen in my life. So I had nothing to do with it, but I was just in awe of the amazingness of it. So that was pretty cool.
So I got to going deep too. So the thing we were talking about prior before you got on the air, when Ozzy picked him up, he met him, the whole thing. When Zach was skinnier than a fucking toothpick, and then Zach, the whole non-showering thing during the whole crew period.
It's pretty rough, man.
How fucking ripe was it?
Oh, forget it, dude. I mean, he went 77 days, bro.
70s.
77 days. That's his record. He blew the old record of 21 days out of the water. You know?
21 to 77. Wow.
How ripe was he on the tour, though? It was,
Oh, dude, come on, man. What do you think?
oh,
What do you think? It was, you know, it was. What a fragrance. That's all I can say. It's kind of like Febreze, you know, it wrapped in like, you know.
you can't get that shit out of your brain, though.
Wrapped in
After the
like-
smell. It's like, oh my
Wrapped
You know,
in
like when you smell a certain smell, it brings you back to a certain time.
Bad
I'll
taint.
definitely have those.
Bad
certain
taint
times.
will always do that.
Dude, it's like those cats that like don't like they think that just that fucking like Axe body spray is gonna like cover up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
can't
Barbara
wrap fucking a
Ann's
piece
still
of shit in
married?
anything. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh
I mean,
man.
when you guys on the bus, when all that, it was like, fuck.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It's all good. It made us all stronger.
Absolutely. Well, it was hilarious, JD, because one of the stories that Zach told on TMS was about how during that period there was some show where these girls were so excited to get a picture with him, and they come up on the side of him, his arms are like around him, and then all of a sudden just the crushed like lemon face of these poor girls.
I know that look well. The look
I'll
of
bet-
horror.
I'll
It's
bet
like,
you
have
do.
no idea what you're looking to get into here.
It's like, how bad do you really want that picture?
Yeah, exactly. So, well, you know what? They had to earn it, so they did.
Oh, they earned it.
Oh boy.
That's
My
right.
eyes are watering
Pretty
from
fucking-
just
dude,
hearing
it
about that.
was always funny though, man. It was just hysterical to see. You know what I mean? It's like people don't expect it. You know, at that moment.
No, they totally
But,
don't. for
yeah,
sure.
it was all good times. I mean, we had so many.
That's
good
great.
times.
Absolutely, dude, for
Things that
sure.
look, this shit you're going to take to the grave and just sit there and fucking laugh your balls off.
Oh, without a
you know?
doubt, man. We had some fucking stupid times, dude.
Why end? Keep fucking having them.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
fucking A.
Oh, absolutely. No way that we're gonna let anybody be dumped yet, for sure.
No.
Psycho
No.
Steve, let's bring you back in, man, to, for your final before we close it with our beloved Angel.
Okay, so you said that you have all this material that you wrote for your solo album.
Yep.
Could we expect anyone that we know on your solo album, like Mike Romeo?
yeah.
Like-
Exactly. Yeah. Mikey's played on a bunch of shit for me. Dario, Jeff, my drummer, Bobby Pantella played on a bunch of shit for me. Kenny Dubbin played on some stuff. You know, mostly cats just all from around here. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
So, and there's so much to pick from around here. There's a lot of great fucking musicians, dude. And hopefully, you know what? I mean, hopefully I really will do it, you know? And everybody, you know, we're our own worst fucking critics, you know what I mean? And usually we're the only ones who stop ourselves from doing anything. So maybe in 2022, I'll finally fucking put that shit away and let people hear it and let them hate it or whatever, you know, or hopefully like it. But
Nice. And I know, just to piggyback off of that, I know you're producing Tonal Crush's album with Dr. Dave.
Yeah.
Could we expect you being on it or just producing it?
No, I just record them, you know, and I just guide them, you know what I mean? Because Davey's new to the whole, you know, recording thing and all that shit. So, yeah, I'll just be like, you know, in there helping him out, you know what I mean? And like I said, I got the studio at the house, so he can come over anytime and just, you know, blast shit out, man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, man. I'm also doing Tattoo Tony's band.
Oh, Broken Past?
Yeah. Actually, we just recorded a new song. It's coming out really good. So, yeah, I'm psyched because I've been giving Tony lessons on and off for about a couple of years now, and you know, he's come a long way, man. And the guys he's playing with now are really good.
Right. And you have no tattoos.
I'm tattooless. I'm a blank
Right.
slate, son.
Nice. And Zach
I didn't
is
desecrate my body.
and Zach is totally blank.
No, me and him
right?
are tattooless.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dario's tattooless too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's the only one in the band with tats. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the closest we ever got to Zach with tats was Rockstar.
Exactly.
And I loved the fact that the skulls he used on his tattooed arms were the Black Label skulls.
Oh, totally, man.
Yeah,
I thought
wasn't
that was
it like his mic stand or something?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the Black Label skull with a chain that goes straight down his arm.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fantastic. I was like, all the skulls of the world for you to use in a movie set back in like 1985, and you're using the 1990s, 2000s BLS skulls. That's fantastic.
Fucking awesome.
I thought it was so bitchin', dude. It was so fucking funny. But wow, so Jeff is the only guy, huh?
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, we're all blank slates.
Does he ever try to like push on you guys?
Nah, fuck nah.
Be like, I want to go get something. You guys want to come with? No, we'll watch.
Like, nah. Yeah, it ain't our thing. You know what I'm saying?
Totally, brother.
So, that's it.
Absolutely, man. Angel, I see we got some beloved Metal Summoner questions popping up.
Yes, we got got one from Steve. He wants to know, did you take a fall when Dario stepped in for Zach and you? I'm sorry. Question.
What?
I posted it. Can you?
Did you take a fall? Did you take a fall when Dario stepped in for Zach and knocked you out of the to build his confidence?
Oh my God, yeah, it was crushing for me, yeah, because I had never been knocked out, so I was very upset.
Wow.
Yeah, usually I knock Zach out, you know, so for Dario to knock me out was very unnice, and I'm very angry with him.
Oh, damn. We got Susan Burton here, who's got what did you think of Alexei Leho? Another great one we've lost.
Totally, man. What a fucking shame, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the fucking, you know, drinking and drugging, man. It just, you know, whatever, man. I just if people just can put a, you know, get a handle on it and fucking hang with it, it's cool. But if people do it to excess, man, and then, you know, they're gonna wind up fucking dead, man. And it's such a shame because Alexei was so talented, man. What a shame, dude. All these people that leave us like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking sucks, dude.
No,
really
totally
sucks.
That was part of our early segment too. It was like you've got people that like you lose for just, you know, it's just their final curtain call, you know, like Charlie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have all these like crazy situations like, you know, what happened to Dime, which nobody was prepared for. But then which is just completely senseless. But then you've got somebody like Alexei, where that was one of those deaths that really rattled the metal world because nobody saw it coming, because he was like just on tour, like days before.
And you know what? And Bowden went out with us. You know, they opened up for us in 2009. It was them, Clutch, and us. You know, and so I got to hang with them, you know, a lot. You know, and he liked to party and shit. You know, but just, you know, I never thought that would fucking happen.
Yeah.
You know, what a shame, man. And fucking Joey Jordanson and you know, man. And then never mind, like, you know, Chris Cornell and Chester. These guys just fucking taking their own lives, and that's fucked up, man. When Chris died, I mean, that shook everybody, dude. That was
for sure.
fucked.
Absolutely. It definitely.
Like, here's the greatest fucking singer of our generation, probably one of the greatest songwriters, greatest musicians, and what a voice and everything, man. And he fucking does that. It's just insane, man. But that was heartbreaking, man. Really.
It really is.
Really sucks, man.
No, for sure, man. Because I mean, let alone his catalog with Soundgarden, but then you had Audio Slave, and it's just like, whoa. It's like, you know,
all his solo stuff is amazing. I mean, it was everything he did was amazing, you know. So that was really fucked up, man. They're all fucked up. Every time we see it, you know, happening, it's just like, wow, what a fucking shame. You just don't know what somebody's going through. You know, we see them on the outside. This millionaire, fucking famous dude, good-looking guy, family, and yet he fucking takes himself out. It's pretty fucked up, man.
Yeah, man.
Really sucks.
It's definitely pretty crazy. Like I wasn't a big like Soundgarden guy, but I was a Chris fan, and I definitely liked the Theo Slave because it was more of that heavier edge that like I'm into. But just I mean, Chris was Chris, like just like everybody. Like I was a Chris guy.
No, without a doubt. I mean, he was, like I said, he was the best of our generation. Yeah. I believe that, and I don't even think it's a question.
No, without a doubt, brother. Angel, let me kick it back to you, buddy. Do you have a question of your own?
Yeah. What instrument was the hardest for you to learn, and what instrument was the easiest?
Shit, they're all fucking hard, man. But I mean, bass. I always was playing bass. You know what I mean? So I started playing bass when I was 11. You know, 6th grade, I actually started playing bass. Guitar is a lot harder, just because of, you know, just the strings are so close together for me and all that. Piano is, at first, it's kind of easy just to get going, but to master that thing is ridiculous. You know, piano's got to be, you know, one of the harder ones to really be a master on it, you know?
Yeah, actually,
and drums are fucking hard as hell too. So they're all pretty hard.
I mean, like teaching a pig to dance.
What's that?
It's like teaching a pig to dance.
Without a doubt, it's fucking
yeah.
hard.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yes, yeah. Drums are real. I mean, to be a master of any of them is ridiculously hard. But you know, piano to play. You know, these guys. It's kind of like a drummer. You know, they have all this independence going. You know, where you're you know, 10 fingers are doing different things. It's crazy. You know, just like a drummer, like 4 limbs are doing different things. It's pretty insane. You know, it's like a juggler almost. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Zach does a really good job piano playing of his own, especially with River.
Oh, he's fucking dude. Actually, he's been playing piano longer than he's been playing guitar.
Really?
Yeah, he played piano first, man. Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he's just, he's fucking Zachy. You know, he's fucking killing it.
Absolutely, man. 100% for sure. Well, JD, man, we can't thank you enough, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I apologize for the lateness. My internet was kind of fucked up and my stuff wasn't working. And then thankfully Dave texted me. He's like, dude, are you going on? I'm like, dude, I'm trying. And the fucking link's not popping up. And then it finally did. And I was able to get in here. So I appreciate your time, boys.
Of course, man. Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, man, for everybody that's looking, where can they find you and where can they find Black Label Society?
Well, shit, we'll be on tour, man, come October. So just look for us out there, Instagram and Facebook, we're always on that shit, John JD Deservio on Instagram and Facebook, and, Black Label Society on both of them, and Zach, Zach Wild BLS, and Jeff Fab and Dario Lorena, so we're all on that shit all the time, it's fucking, that's the way it is now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It sure is, man. Well,
get all our news, get everything, fucking right here.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Well, JD, again, man, thank you so much for being with us. And Metal Summoners, you know how much we love you guys. Make sure that you're hitting up JD and BLS for everything that they've got going on. Support them out on tour. The big bitchin' box set of their whole history is out, man, on vinyl. So definitely pick that up. Again, hey, if you guys are not able to make out the shows for certain personal reasons or health reasons, we totally understand. But I guarantee you that JD wouldn't hate seeing you guys walking around in a new Black Label Society T-shirt. So
man, come on out, man. We love all you guys, man.
Hit up those stores and stuff like that. And JD, again, thank you so much, man. Enjoy your evening for sure, and we'll definitely have you on again in a future interview, and we'll have some more fun.
Right on, man. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. And Metal Summoners, thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in with us every week. We love you guys so much. It was really cool, and for you guys to listen in. And Steve, Angel, Bobby, thanks so much, guys, as well. It was kind of a cool, fun opening segment for us to just kind of rap a little bit about the news that's going on. So I appreciate you guys for that. I thought that was a lot of fun. But guys, definitely make sure that you're hitting up all the boys on their socials. Hit up Bobby, Angel, and Psycho Steve on all of their socials. You can hit up me on mine. We're all on Facebook. We're all on Instagram. But follow the Metal Summit on our Facebook channel, on our YouTube channel, on our Twitter channel. That's also where we go live. Catch all of our guest announcements on Facebook and Instagram, and also on TikTok. We are on all of those formats and all of those platforms. So hit up all of our socials. hit the follow buttons, hit the notification so you definitely know when we're going live. So you'll get to catch all of these badass interviews like John J.D. Deservio from Black Label Society. But again,
Thanks, Joe.
thank you guys so much. Guest announcement on Friday, another bitchin' show on Wednesday, 9 p.m. It's going to be a blast as always. For Bobby Dreyer, for Angel Alamo, for Psycho Steve, I'm Jay, and a final thank you again to JD. Metal Summoners,
Thanks,
we will
guys.
see you guys next week. As always, you know where you've been, and you know where you'll be next week. You've been watching the Metal Summit.
Yeah, brothers.
Take care, man. Thank you again.
Later. Thanks,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Have
Thanks.
a good night.